Go creates a space between what I was and what I need. Every second slows its stride, letting nothing collide. Moments breathe before they land. Time loosens its own hand. Even choices hesitate in the quiet interval. I live inside the interval, not too high and not too low. There's a pause that teaches me how to move eventually. Snow suspends a turning year, neither final fully near. Every thought awaits its cue, without pressure to be true. I don't rush the in-between, I don't skip what can't be seen. Every gap can still contain something steady, something fade. As the pause begins to end, if emotion starts again, I will know what shape might grow in the space where time slowed down. I lived inside the interval long enough to hear it call. Not a stop and not a stall, just the calm between it all. Cold settles without demand, like it knows where I will stand. Every morning feels the same, without pressure to explain. Body moves in quieter ways, finding ease in muted days. Even effort steps aside, letting balance be the guide. There's an ease this winter brings, not in joy but steady things. I don't fight the slower tone, I let comfort grow alone. Snow repeats a gentle task, never needing me to ask. Every habit finds its place in the rhythm of this pace. I don't frame it as a rest, I don't call it second best. Every ease can still be strong when it holds you all along. If the days begin to race, if I lose this softer state, I'll remember what it gave in the calm I didn't break. surprise and ease this winter brings, quiet strength in simple things. Not excitement, not release, just a lasting winter ease. Cold keeps everything in place. Nothing slips and nothing breaks. Every moment finds a grip on the edge it didn't miss. Hands stay open, not restrained, holding less but still contained. Even fear loosens its claim when it's held without a name. I am in a quiet hold, not controlled and not too bold, just a state I didn't plan that accepts me as I am. Snow supports the waiting ground, without movement, without sound. Every pause becomes a frame that allows me to remain. I don't tighten what I keep, I don't promise more than this. Every hold can still be kind when it doesn't try to bind. If the grip begins to fade, if the calm is rearranged, I will trust what carried me through the still security. I am in a quiet hold, not resisting, not consoled, just a calm that lets me stay through the slowest winter days. I am in a quiet hold. Cold explains without emotion, every rule in steady motion. Nothing added, nothing torn, just the shape the days are born. Thoughts align with simple truth, less desire to overprove. Even questions lower tone, satisfied with what is known. There is a reason in this cold, not a story not foretold, just a logic calm and clear that removes the edge of fear. Snow confirms what's understood, stillness doing what it should. Every choice feels less complex down. There is a reason in this call, plain enough to still my soul. Not persuasive, not extreme, just a quiet way of seeing. Cold delays the sense of end. Nothing starts but things begin. Every step feels slightly new, without asking me to choose. Movement comes without a push, not a rush and not a hush. Even progress takes its time, crossing softly through the line. I arrive, but not all at once, not announced and not abrupt. There's a forming I can feel that unfolds instead of seals. Snow repeats a patient fall, not a fencing, not a stall. Every moment adds a layer to the shape that waits me later. I don't measure how far I've come, I don't name what I've become. Every part can still arrive without needing to be final. If the end appears too late, if I question where I wait, I will trust the pace I'm in. Slow arrival still arrives. I arrive the way I do, not in pieces, not brand new, just a self that's coming through at a speed that feels most true. Cold draws lines around the day, keeping chaos far away. Every scene is held in view, nothing forced to break right through. Edges keep the picture clean, clearer than it's ever been. Even moments learn to stay inside what they can convey. This is winter as a frame, not to trap but to contain. I can see what matters here without clutter, sharp or near. refines the open ground, leaving only what is sound. Every thought that wandered wide finds a place it can reside. I don't need to fill the space, I don't blur the outer shape. Every frame can still allow depth without explaining how. If the borders start to move, if the edges don't approve, I will know what helped me see when the frame was holding me. This is winter as a frame, holding steady, not the same. Just a way to clearly find what remains when things align. Cold tested every seam, pulled apart what used to seem. Every doubt I tried to place never took my inner base. Pressure came and pressure left, nothing more and nothing less. Even cracks that showed in view never traveled fully through. I stayed intact through all of this, not untouched but not dismissed. There's a core that didn't bend when the nights refused to end. Snow recorded what remained. Snow recorded what remained. Strength that didn't need a name. Every step I couldn't fake marked the ground I didn't break. Is true, not heroic, just held through. Winter left, but what it proved is I stayed, and I still do. without pressure to explain. Steps align with simple plans. Coffee warm in both my hands. Even boredom feels aware that this calm is always there. This is just my cold routine. Not exciting, not unseen. There's a comfort in the known, in the days that feel well worn. Snow resets the streets again, like it's done 1,000 times. Every habit holds its place without rushing out of phase. I don't search for sudden change. I don't label this as strange. Every rhythm has a role in the keeping of control. If the pattern breaks apart, if I crave a different start, I will know what carried me through the quiet constancy. This is just my cold routine. Steady, simple, evergreen. Not a trap and not a sign, just a way to pass the time. Cold allows a thinner glow, not too bright, but enough so every shadow stays in view. Nothing hidden, nothing new. Windows catch the fragile day, holding dusk in quiet gray. Even hope adjusts its size to what softly survives. There is light enough for me, not too blind, but let me see. I don't need a brighter proof. This small glow already moves. Snow reflects the modest shine, spreading calm across the line. Every step confirms the ground is still here, still safe, still sound. I don't wait for more to come. I don't mourn what hasn't shown. Every bit of light can be more than what I used to need. If the dark begins to grow, if this light is all I know, I will trust it leads me through, just by being faint and true. There is light enough to stay, guide my steps and end the day. Not intense, but always there. That is more than I can spare. ask it to be late. Every breath I used to fight now just settles in its weight. Resistance slowly steps aside. Nothing left I need to hide. Even fear releases hold once it's met the steady cold. This is cold acceptance now. Not a promise, not a vow. I stop pushing back the air and allow it to be there. There's no rest where it wants to land, never needing my command. Every thought that chased control finds a quieter role. I don't frame this as defeat, I don't call it incomplete. Every state can still be whole once I let it take its role. If the warmth appears someday, if acceptance slips away, I'll remember how it felt when I didn't need to melt. This is cold acceptance now, clear enough to show me how peace can form without a fight in the long and winter night. This is cold acceptance now, clear enough to show me how peace can form without a fight in the long and winter night. Cold holds words behind my tongue, not because they're wrong or young. Every feeling waits its turn without need to overburn. Silence gathers what I mean, more than what is ever seen. Even truth can learn to stay just behind what I might say. Some things I keep held back, not in fear, not in lack. They exist without a voice, still a conscious, steady choice. Snow erases sharper lines, softening the urge to shine. Every moment doesn't need to announce itself as real. I don't know the world, my core. I don't open every door. Every boundary has its place in the keeping of my pace. If the words decide Some things I keep held back, and I'm steady with that fact. Not a loss and not a break, just the shape my calm will take. Cold refuses to retreat, settles in the quiet streets. Every sign I thought would change stays within familiar range. Days repeat without complaint, nothing sharp and nothing faint. Even time decides to wait in the long, unmoving state. Winter stays and so do I. No demand and no reply. We exist without a race in this slow and open space. Snow continues what it knows, covering and then reposed. Every step confirms the truth, staying can be active too. Every season has its say, even when it wants to stay. If the thaw begins to show, if the air decides to go, I will move when it is time, not before and not behind. Winter stays calm, just the now that's here with me. Leave space along the day, room to breathe, not drift away. Every moment gains a rim where the noise grows faint and thin. Edges soft and lines retreat, nothing presses at my feet. Even thoughts step back a bit, letting silence coexist. I live inside the margin now, not the center, not the ground. There's a calm where things don't meet, where the rush and rest compete. was left unsaid. Framing words I never read. Every pause becomes a place that I don't attempt to erase. I don't push into the core. I don't ask for something more. Every border has its role in protecting what I hold. If the space begins to close, if the edges decompose, I will know I learned to stay in the quiet in between. I live inside the margin now, not reduced and not shut down, just a room that lets me see who I am without the need. Cold adjust the weight I bear. Nothing tips too far from fair. Every feeling finds a scale that allows it to be real. Nothing pulls me hard or fast. Nothing begs me to outlast. Even tension finds its mark, somewhere light and somewhere dark. This is how the balance feels. Not ideal, but evenly real. I don't lean and I don't sway, I just hold the day midway. Snow divides the sky and ground, equal hush on every sound. Every step confirms the same. Nothing here needs fixing, named. I don't chase a better side. I don't rank what I decide. Every state can hold its own without asking to be grown. If the scale begins to tip, if I lose this steadiness, I'll return the way I learned through the calm, the cold confirmed. This is how the balance feels, firm enough and not concealed. I don't search for more or less, just the truth of even less. Cold has tested every part, left no question in the dark. Every reason I once necessary now. Time keeps moving, I remain not in loss and not in gain. Even doubt has lost its grip, watching days continue on. I'm still here and that's enough, not because the road was rough, but because I didn't fade when the warmth was far away. Snow confirms the simple fact: I am present, I react. Every breath returns me back to the place I didn't crack. I don't need a louder proof. I don't frame this as a move. Every moment speaks it clear. I am here and still here. If the season turns its face, if I leave this colder place, I will carry what I found. Being here without a sound. I'm still here, calm and plain, not defined by loss or gain, just the truth that didn't flee. I stayed, and that is me. Cold turns down the crowded air, making room for what is there. Every sound that tried to lead steps aside and lets me breathe. Nothing shouts to be believed, nothing asks me to compete. Even thoughts begin to fall to a softer interval. I live life at lower volume, still complete, still in the room. I don't miss what's turned away. I can hear myself this way. Snow absorbs the sharper tones, leaving meaning in the bones. Every word feels more precise without needing to be nice. I don't raise the sound again, I don't fear the quiet bend. Every hush can carry weight when it's chosen, not escape. If the noise returns someday, if the world demands its say, I'll remember what I knew in the calm the cold walk through. I live life seen me every way. When I stood and when I swayed, every doubt was put to test. Nothing left I didn't face. Time revealed what would remain. Under quiet, under strain, even fear was forced to choose what it could and couldn't use. This is what the winter proved. I'm steady, not removed. I don't break the way I thought. I become what time has taught. Snow recurs without a sound. All the ground I didn't lose. Every step I still could take marked the strength I didn't fake. I don't brag and I don't claim. I don't need a louder frame. Every fact is standing clear. I am still intact and here. If another cold arrives, if the dark repeats its trial, I will meet it as I am, with the proof already known. This is what the winter proved. Not heroic, just the truth. I remained without excuse. Winter passed and so did I. Cold range is what I feel. Nothing hidden, nothing sealed. Every part begins to sit where it doesn't have to fit. Breath and body find a line that feels balanced, not defined. Even doubt begins to rest without pressure to be best. I am softly aligned now, not because I planned it out. Things just fall into a place that I don't resist or chase. Snow adjusts the open space, leaving room instead of trace. Every thought I used to force moves along a gentler course. I don't label this as peace. I don't need it to increase. Every stay can be enough when I stop adjusting stuff. If the balance shifts again, if I lose this sense of when, I'll return the way I came, letting stillness realign. I am softly aligned now, nothing owed and nothing vowed, just a calm that settles in when I let the moment win. finds a measured space between my thoughts and your face. Every word stays in control, never crossing where it goes. Silence learns to hold its ground without asking to be found. Even closeness knows its place at a careful, colder pace. There's a distant shape like not a wall and not a heart, just enough to let us be clear of forced intensity. Snow respects the lines it draws, never breaking hidden laws. Every step avoids a push, choosing clarity over rush. I don't pull you any near, I don't push away the fear. Every space can still contain something steady, something sane. If the gap begins to close, if the feeling overflows, I will meet it as it comes, not erasing where we've been. There's a distant shape like that protects us as we are. Not a loss and not a break, just a space we chose to make. Cold erases backward views, nothing left to misconstrue. Every path behind me fades into clean and even shades. Memory loosens its grip, doesn't argue, doesn't slip. Even longing understands some directions don't amend. I don't circle back again, not from anger, not from pain. I move forward as I am, without reason to defend. cold reduces every tone, leaving days in monotone. Every color feels restrained, soft and quiet, gently plain. Hours pass without a spike, nothing sharp enough to fight. Even joy adjusts its scale, learning how to not derail. These are muted days I'm in, not dramatic, not too thin. There's a comfort in the low, where the feelings gently go. Snow absorbs the extra sound, settling across the ground. Every moment feels the same, but not empty, not in vain. I don't need a brighter frame, I don't push against the grain. Every shade can still contain something real without a name. If the volume rises soon, if the colors start to bloom, I will meet them where they stand. From these days I understand. These are muted days I'm in, holding steady from within. Not a pause and not delay, just the tone of winter day. These are muted days I'm in, holding steady from within. Not a pause and not delay. Cold has stayed a little long, long enough to feel like home. Every habit formed in gray learns to live another way. Waiting lost its edge of strain, nothing left I need to gain. Even time feels unconcerned with the speed at which I've learned. I stayed alone without a sign, not because I crossed a line, but because the quiet knew how to let me settle through. Settle through. Snow repeats a familiar scene, no beginning in between. Every day reflects the last, without holding to the past. I don't ask how much is more, I don't count the days before. Every stretch of staying here builds a strength that feels sincere. If I leave this day behind, if the air begins to change, I will know I stayed long enough to let calm rearrange. I stayed long and that was right, not in fear and not in fight, just a choice I didn't rush, letting stillness do its work.